Hey guys, I wanted to introduce to you the latest AeroQuad frame. It's called the AeroQuad Cyclone, and this configuration I have set with some heavy motors. These are 12-inch props, and it's because I set it up heavy, because I got a camera system on here. I haven't gotten my FPV system connected back up yet again, but I'll take another video that'll show this. The purpose of this video, I just want to show you how clean and crisp the onboard video will appear. But yeah, it's really this is really one of the best frames we have so far. What I like about it is very configurable. So you could I have these different types of plates that are available. Some of them are for the electronic speed controllers. I didn't really use this one that much, but you could put your FPV equipment on there, and just stack up whatever other types of equipment you want to mount on your AeroQuad. But right here you could just see it's all the wires are neatly tucked in, and but at the same time you still have accessibility if there's any reason why you need to get into the electronics of it. And so everything's protected, and Recon 286 did a great job. He got him and UCD Wino got the laser etching on all the parts, but you can see it's just got really sturdy motor mounts. And decided to go with Delrin for the landing gear, just because it could be a item that is that breaks, and you just want that to be replaceable easily. But yeah, when you're looking at a frame, don't let anybody tell you that a frame is indestructible, because every frame, even these strong carbon fiber ones I've had in the past, have broke. You crash it from a high enough altitude, it'll crash. So the one of the things about this frame is that you'll find when you're flying your quads or your multicopters that the arms are the ones that take the most abuse. So these arms are just ones that are 5/8 inch by 5/8 inch, and they are common in the US. You could go to your Home Depot and just buy them off the shelf. So yeah, it's very those parts are replaceable. If any of these main pieces get damaged, how they'll get damaged typically would be it would be just bent. So just take a hammer and straighten it back out, and then you're good again. Same thing goes for the motors. Went with a little thicker one to prevent it, but you'll find that the motor mounts may bend. But I think you'd have to do it really hard with this width of the motor mount. But again, if it does happen, you just take a hammer and you bend it back. So it's really meant to be long-lasting and configurable. So I'm going to show another set of pictures that just shows a very minimal configuration. It doesn't have to have so many plates, and I actually went with 8-inch propellers with some very small motors, and it flies really nice. So this one I'm going to show you, this is fully decked out, where it's got the GoPro motor mounts and these extra long landing gear, so that you don't, so there's some clearance here when you land, you don't damage your camera. Alright, so let's take this thing for a spin. I'm going to power this guy up. And might as well just turn on the camera. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put the battery on, so let's do that. And one of the things that was most important to me about a frame is just that you have everything laid out for you, meaning that there's a spot for your electronic speed controllers, there's a spot for your receiver, there's a battery tray, and I guess I just want frames to be as repeatable as possible, meaning that everybody can build one. You don't have to have some special knowledge of mechanical or electrical engineering, but you can see all the screws here, they're all Phillips, and everything is, again, you could get it from your hardware store. These are 440 screws, 832 standoffs. I'll have a ton of these on the website if you want to get more. This will allow you to customize how you want to stack up your AeroQuad. But I'm going to turn on my transmitter. Before I power on, now I'm going to turn on the camera. Alright, so we're recording again. And let's take this for a spin, and then I'll show you the video afterwards. Okay, we're ready to take this thing out for a spin. Let's fire it up. And I'm going to just hover it for a little bit. A little bit windy, but nothing that these quadcopters can't handle. Let me trim it out a little bit. You can see it's very well behaved. And let's give it a go. I'm going to fly it around. I just want to show that the video doesn't have any of that walking imaging going on. Hover it. Oh, and I love the altitude hold. It just works great. I could put it up a little bit. Turn on altitude hold. So no hands on the throttle right now. It's just flying with my right hand. I'll pan it around. And it's interesting, it's windy right now. And the altitude hold seems to be doing okay. What I love about the altitude hold is you just fly without regard to your throttle. At least I try not to change it while I'm applying yaw, but so this is all without touching throttle, which is pretty cool. To me, it helps a lot with the FPV flying. So I'm going to turn off throttle hold and let it come down a little bit. I want to exercise it in rate mode for a little bit, but you know, when I take it out, I don't know, I just always land it first. Just don't want nothing bad to happen. I've changed it in midair plenty of times, but just a habit. And then kind of have to adjust the trims a little bit. But now you could tell I could really, if I wanted to, I could try to go upside down, but I'm not gonna do it with a big one like this guy. Maybe if it was high in the air. It'd make for a good crash video, huh? So the real big difference between rate and attitude mode is you get a lot more maneuverability in rate mode, but you'll lose the strong auto level effect. You'll get it a little bit with rate mode just because of the natural tendencies of a quadcopter. It wants to right itself. But if you're a beginner, or if you want to do things like FPV flying or just go high altitude flying, and you want to remove as many variables as possible, attitude mode is the best. We are still doing a bunch of improvements to attitude mode. We believe all quadcopters suffer from this effect, but over time it will start to drift in one direction. We believe typically it's the direction that you are applying the pitch or roll in. So we're doing, a lot of the guys on the website are doing a great job trying to solve that problem. We're slowly getting there. But in the meantime, we're still able to have fun. So I guess bottom line is, you want to reduce the amount of variables in your build. You know, if you're wanting to get something that's proven. I've crash tested this, so I know that it survives the basic crashes. You don't want a frame that just crashes on the first bump and breaks. You know, you want something that's survivable, but also at the same time you want something that's very fixable, and that you don't have to wait a month to get spare parts. You could just go down to your local hardware store and get the repairs. Also, you know, you want something that's modular, so if you're not interested in putting a camera on your quadcopter right away, you know, you could just get a frame like this and just build it with the number of levels that you wish, and then when you're ready to invest in some further equipment, then you have a frame that will grow with you. And I realize maybe there may be in some locations that you don't have access to the arms or to the non-metric hardware. They'll always be available at the AeroQuad store. So guys, thank you for supporting our open source project. You guys are the best. See you later.